20 feet below the surface of the reservoir, inside the sunken wreckage of a tourist cruise, a dive team made a grim discovery. A mother from Delhi and her 4-year-old son were found locked in an embrace. The rescuer noted that she was holding the child so firmly, the team could not immediately pull them apart. In the days following, an AI-generated image claiming to show this exact moment began circulating widely on social media. The local administration confirmed it was entirely fake. The reality of that mother's final moments requires no fabricated imagery to convey its weight. Fake images dishonor the real victims. The facts of what happened are clear. On the evening of April 30th, 2026, a sudden storm hit the Bargi Dam reservoir in Madhya Pradesh. Within minutes, a tourist boat capsized. 9 people were confirmed dead, and 4 remained missing in the water. The Madhya Pradesh State Tourism Department operated this cruise, offering tourists the government's implicit guarantee of safety. 9 people drowned because institutional safety protocols collapsed in a single evening. Now let's talk about how this happened, because this was not an act of God. This was an act of negligence. Failure 1. Overcrowding. Tickets issued for 29 passengers. Actual passengers on board, 41 and above. That is 40% over capacity. Someone at the ticket counter permitted the sale of those excess tickets, and someone operating the boat allowed dozens of extra passengers to board. A state tourism department sanctioned a severe overloading of their own vessel. Warnings from the India Meteorological Department went unheeded. An active orange alert had already been broadcast, predicting severe weather and 50-km/h winds. This storm was forecast. The operators had advance warning of dangerous conditions, yet they granted clearance for the voyage anyway. By systematically bypassing capacity limits and ignoring documented weather alerts, the operators ensured the vessel was a death trap before it ever untied its mooring lines. Within minutes of entering the open reservoir, the predicted storm hit. The overloaded boat quickly became unstable, took on water, and panic spread among the passengers as they pleaded with the crew to turn back. Recovered video shows crew members frantically struggling to untie life jackets that had been bundled and sealed in storage while the boat was actively sinking. Distributing life jackets to passengers before a vessel departs is a non-negotiable maritime rule. Attempting to hand them out while a boat is already submerged is a lethal delay. The State Tourism Department operated this major cruise without a single on-site weather monitoring station to verify conditions at the launch point. While the official safety infrastructure failed, local citizens stepped in. Fishermen and Jal Jeevan mission workers threw ropes into the turbulent water and successfully pulled 28 people from the reservoir. Those 28 people survived because of fast-acting locals. The other 9 died because the state systematically stripped away every single layer of defense designed to protect them. The state's response followed a familiar script. The chief minister announced a high-level inquiry. The cruise pilot was terminated. The hotel manager was suspended. Financial compensation was announced for the families, and similar cruise operations across the state were banned. Terminations and inquiries are standard procedures, but they only materialize after a fatal catastrophe has occurred. If this operation bypassed basic protocols so easily, we have to ask, how many other tourist boats are currently operating on India's vast inland waterways without mandatory pre-departure safety checks? The local fishermen who threw the ropes and the military dive teams airlifted in from Agra ran toward the water when everyone else was running away. The state will honor them for their immense bravery, and they deserve it. A 4-year-old and his mother were failed by a system that prioritizes inquiry over prevention. Safety belongs at the start of a voyage, not in a report written after a funeral. True accountability requires national reform for inland water regulations. Checking a weather forecast and handing out an unsealed life jacket before a boat leaves the dock are not complex logistical hurdles. They are the bare minimum for human life.